Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
All right, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. I'm Guy Trebo, and now, once again, the one and only Larry Ray.
Oh, I love that. Listen to that. Yeah. Where's the applause? Okay, there you go. Give me some of that. There you go. Come on now, Shelby.
Golf clap.
A round of applause. There you go. Where'd all those people come from? Boy, we have some real good.
Marty Marbury's entourage.
That's right. Hey, let's close out today's show with my man who talks Mid-South fishing. Also, really been the mentor. I hope you will read my Sunday story in the Commercial Appeal about the two young men from Bartlett High School who have gone into the lure-making business, and you can that's with Bluff City Baits, and you can find those at Primary Tackle out in Bartlett, and we have the owner of Primary Tackle, Mr. David Best. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Larry. How are y'all doing today?
Hey, I appreciate you helping these young men. They were, it's down the road, who knows? You never can tell, but they were two nice kids. I hope that my story matches, and you had some wonderful pictures of you with the boys. And you're also not just a tackle store, you're a gathering place. And I think that's really what you and your family wanted, right? Right, David?
Yeah. I mean, it really is. I mean, the biggest thing is we wanted somewhere where people could come and talk to somebody about fishing, learn something about fishing. It's really been, it was a premise of the store when we really started.
Yeah.
Is we wanted it to be somewhere where you could learn, not just somebody sell you something.
Well, I think with your space and where you're located, right there on Stage Road, right across almost from Sheridan's and the Crystal and all that area in there, you're in the perfect location, and I know, and I'm going to throw you for a loop here because I know you love fishing. You grew up in West Memphis in that area over there, and then worked for, if I'm not mistaken, for quite a while for Office Depot, right?
Yep, worked for Office Depot for a long time. A long time,
and went to Christian Brothers College and. Came through there, but fishing's always been back there, hadn't it?
It has. I mean, from the time when I was a little bitty kid, fishing with my grandpa and my dad, to, sitting in the back of school with my buddies talking more about fishing than doing our schoolwork.
Yeah.
To, my first real job out of college or out of high school was at Buck and Bass.
Oh, really?
I mean, so I've been.
Oh, that's a name. Yeah, that's
for a long time.
Yeah, that's a name. But so you didn't major in fishing at Christian Brothers University, right?
No. It was business administration.
There you go. Yeah, but you minored in fishing. It was.
I definitely minored in fishing.
There's no doubt about it. And I know that this has been a goofy. I mean, we went straight from spring to summer. And now we got some rain this weekend, showers and things along that. If anybody knows what's going on in the Mid-South, it's you, because you stay tuned to the Mid-South. So give our folks here on this Saturday morning that might be heading to the lake or the stream or maybe a fishing rodeo. What's going on fishing-wise in the Mid-South?
Well, it has been, you were exactly right. It has been a crazy, crazy spring. I've spent a lot of time on the water the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've been kind of blessed.
Yes,
all
you
of my
have.
parents have reeled me in and said I have to stay at the shop for a little while now.
Yeah.
But we did. We went straight from, it's been 62, it's been high 50s to, low 60s for maybe a week.
Yeah.
To, the water temperatures this weekend at Kentucky Lake were in that mid to high 70s within a week's time.
And we're in we're still in May here, David.
And we're still in May. And FLW tournament started Thursday at Kentucky Lake, and there are guys catching them at Kentucky Lake, and everything from bedding to from bedding fish and post spawn fish to out on the ledges.
Right. And that's been the crazy thing. So if David Best was going fishing this weekend, where would you go?
I don't know that it matters so much where you go as much as being diligent about what you're trying to do and making sure that you're fishing to your strength. I think you can do just about anything you want to do this weekend. There's still fish bedding or guarding fry shallow. There's still fish moving out to ledges. There's still fish in those in-betweens. We got Big Bass Fest up at Pickwick this weekend. There's going to be a lot of guys fishing ledges, throwing big swim baits and big jigs and all that kind of stuff for that as well. But I mean, my tournament at Kentucky Lake last weekend was won on a Ned rig on spinning rod.
Okay.
So I mean, you don't ever know. I mean, it's just one of those pieces. Just fish to your strengths and do what you know how to do.
Well, what if you have
a lot of classes at the shop as well?
Yeah. What if you don't have any strength? You don't know what to do. I mean, that's my problem. That's why you need to go to Primary Tackle on. Because you guys not only will you want to sell some, but you'll give some information. I think you have a fishing report posted, don't you? I mean,
we do. We keep a fishing report posted up there. Right now we're talking about Ned rigs, and we're talking about crankbaits, and we're talking about plastics, and that's really kind of the key indicators right now. I'm getting a lot of folks that are catching a few fish on some chatterbaits and some moving baits and those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But it's typical. It's typical post spawn. Getting a few reports of fish being caught on the topwater as well. So
that's the exciting part.
Exactly.
And this is the kind of year. Hey, folks, I'm going to tell you another thing that David didn't mention. You can catch fish on them plastic worms too. I mean,
all the time.
All the time. And for you beginners, I'm just saying, as David was saying, keep it simple. Go with somebody who knows what they're doing, which is what I do. If you're with somebody that can teach you, I'm still learning, and I got an old birthday coming up again, which I will remind folks again next Wednesday. I am not an expert, but I love to fish with experts, and I think when you go with somebody that can show you how to do it and has patience with you, I have been with many people who tried to show me that did not have patience. I think the best fishermen I know have patience. So if you were to put something together and say, here's my advice on somebody, they're graduating from high school, they're graduating from college, they want to get into fishing, and you want to buy a gift card or something like that, where does David best think that they ought to go and what they should do?
Well, I mean, of course, my first response is going to be they should
come
over to Primary Tackle.
That's right.
See us.
Okay.
We'll give them some direction on what some items that they could buy to kind of get somebody started. Be happy to sell them a gift card. We have those as well. And we would encourage them to send that high schooler, send that college kid to come to one of our bass fishing classes. The last Tuesday of every month we do a bass fishing class.
There you go. That's right.
We're actually, even for high school and junior hires, we are doing a summer camp, bass fishing summer camp this year.
Are you really? Okay.
Yeah.
So when will that be? You know what the date is?
I don't have the date sitting right in front of
me.
So
how long is that camp? For a week?
It's a week long. It'll be from 10 to 4 from 10 in the morning to 4 in the afternoons, Monday through Friday. We've got 2 week-long sessions for junior hires and 2 week-long sessions for high school kids. And we divided it up so we have those maturity levels there at the same times.
I'm telling you,
so
people.
We kind of customize that.
This is where you need to go. This is what people have asked for years, to have a place where they can go. Nothing against the box stores. I love Sportsman's Warehouse and those places like that, and they can help you out there too. But if you want to go one-on-one with David Best or any of his family in there, give them that address, David.
6765 Stage Road.
That's right.
There in Bartlett, right there in between Kirby Whitten and Summer.
Go buy you one of them Bluff City baits for those kids, too. Just
Brandon and Logan will be happy for your support.
They will. Thank you, David. Have a good one. We'll talk to you next month. Okay, buddy?
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it.
See you. All right, David Best, Primary Tackle. 17 years at Office Depot and went back to his love. And I know that for Frank, I think Frank, how many stores you got now?
4.
4 stores. When you started, now we know where you came from. on 64 out there in Marion. Was your goal? Are you happy what you're doing and where you are? I wanted to ask you this because you are, aren't you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You like to meet people, and now's the time. If people want to get a 4-wheeler, ATV, anything like that, don't be afraid to step in the store, right? I mean,
we're pretty laid back. A lot of folks. Sometimes our industry's got a bad rep in some cases where people will go in and you'll get, I call it hot boxed or whatever, however you want to say it, but it's not a pleasant experience. You're not.
You make it a pleasant.
You're not going to get that with us. We're gonna, we'll help you, we'll guide you. Ultimately, it's going to be your decision, and we're not going to, squeeze you to make a decision. When it's time, and hopefully, the way we do it, people come back because they feel comfortable, especially women. Women feel comfortable coming in because we don't. We're not an intimidating type place.
So if you're looking for that special gift, Frank has got some special gifts.
Hey, Father's Day is coming up.
It is coming up.
Nothing says I love you like a slingshot from Barton Power Sports.
Yeah. You've come a long way from bell buckle and web, Frank. I have to admit that and everything. So, hey, folks, going out. You'll be opening up in about 30 minutes, 8 o'clock or so.
We will be.
All right, all the stores. Thank you, Guy Trebo, for sitting in and taking all this in. And,
yes, sir.
You've done a wonderful job of introduction. That was pretty cool.
That was
Thank
a big
you,
moment.
Shelby McCall, for running the show under the supervision of Greg Ratliff, who I don't know what he charges an hour to do this, but he's doing it. So this is Larry Ray reminding you that we'll be back on the air next week, I hope. Ron, what's his last name? Ron Wong and Bill Cooksey will be in the studio, and I'll be here, Lord willing, another year older and deeper in debt. And remind you, it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what?
God bless
the USA.